Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It is crazy.
Go Richardson. A lot of upside and a lot of work to be done for a young man who grew up right there in Gainesville, Florida. Only started
Yikes.
in his college career, the one everyone remembers.
I love the NFL draft, especially when you pick 27 and it doesn't matter.
Upset win.
I don't know, but this is awesome. This is the most fun start to a draft I've seen in a long time. Every single quarterback that just got picked is going to be starting for their teams most likely. I don't see a path where they don't. Dude, I'm really trying hard to lose weight, Jamie. Like, I have my 10-year anniversary trip. You want to know why? I'd show you my belly, but I want to make you guys stay and watch it. Trying to get rid of the dad bod, baby. Drinking's the only way I'm going to lose. And I was so frustrated, Jamie, honest to God. I did it for 2 weeks. Got on the scale this morning. Haven't been eating that many carbs. Cut out alcohol. Been at the gym every single day doing cardio. I weigh exactly the same weight I did for the last 6 months. Like, what? That makes 0 sense. But it'll come. I got to stay consistent. All right, so listen. Here's my deal. If any Houston Texans fans try to at me like, or at the group like, oh, now all of a sudden everyone's Houston fans. Where were you last? Dude, nobody. You're not a Houston Texans fan in this group. You may have bought them a couple times, but if you're a Texans fan, you were not a Texans PC guy because they were cheap this year. You didn't go after them. Don't be coming at me all upset because you can't get them next year. I will say this, C.J. Stroud seemed to talk the talk a little bit more than I thought he would, like in the post-draft interview and stuff.
Talking to the coaches down in Florida, Greeny, they simply said he hasn't played enough football. He hasn't seen enough schematically from the defensive side of the ball. The more he plays, the better.
This is the pick that's surprising. Let's start ripping. We're going to actually need to rip one pack at a time in contenders. I want to hang out with you guys. Here's the deal. I would like to do more breaks tonight. I don't know what you guys are planning. I plan on staying up for the draft. I mean, we're 43 minutes into the draft, and we are on pick number 4. They do start to speed up after, like, the first 10, but we also get those, like, weird, like, special draft people, right? Or does Goodell do the entire first round? Is it not until next year? Yeah, I can, for sure. Thank you, Jamie. Is that better? We're not going to do one pack at a time. I got to turn up a little bit. I got to hear it. All right, is that better? Is the list right? Oh, it might not be. Yeah, it's round 1. No, it's not. Yo, you guys want to hear? Let me fix it. You want to hear something funny? A friend of mine, well, a friend of my sister-in-law, swear to God, her thing today says, so I thought my husband wouldn't notice, and this is not related to the draft, per se. Thought my husband wouldn't notice if I switched our channels down to basic. He comes home from work, and the first thing he says is, why can't I turn ESPN on? I'm like, I wrote to her, I was like, you picked the worst fucking night to try to trick your husband? I'm like, the NFL draft is on. Every single human being that likes sports is going to tune in at least for the second pick. And I'm like, why pick tonight? Like, that's how detached I guess some people are, women are. Bradford, no, you're in here. Bradford Burris, you have the Rams. Michael Pittman, DeAndre Hopkins. There's a Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins who says after this contract is up, he's done with football. And Nick Cross, he's a safety. He just got a new teammate. Anthony Richardson. Dude, we could have like 5-6 quarterbacks in the first round, I think, if guys try to start going. This is crazy. This case has been hot at contenders. Let's hope we can keep it going. Treylon Burks, Joe Burrow, Mike Williams, and Marshall Faulk. So Lamar's contract gets done. Isaac Taylor Stewart. And we are going to have the Dallas Cowboys. You know you can watch the draw. That's a real fan there, Rich. How old's your kid? Is he like my kid that would be like, yeah, that's cool? Aaron Donald here. I will say, it looks like what DeAndre Hopkins, did that deal finally get done? It sounds like that's what made Lamar sign. It's going to be a Mike Evans short print here. It's actually the playoff ticket, 139 out of 199. Going to the Tampa Bay Bucks. It's going to be Dylan. He gets hit by the ball every game. He's in pitching at 6. I guess they do coach pitch. What do you guys let the players all pitch at 6? Well, I said this about Baltimore. All right, there's another. This is a variation on card for the San Francisco 49ers going out to Jeremy Wilson, TDP, Tyrion Davis-Price. Nice autograph on card and a variation. Pretty cool. So the coaches are hitting him with the ball? What the hell? What kind of abusive little league are you in? They toughening kids up. I like that. I can get behind that. Bucks. You did. Did I say someone else? The coach hit him in the stomach? It's time for you boys and girls to get tough. 1, 2, 3 to the top, 4, 5, 6 to the bottom. It's going to be to the bottom. Going out to the Hawks. That's a Kenneth Walker. That's crazy. Like, they stand really close. Yeah. Only 364 more days till tryouts. Got to get ready. So anyhow, I was saying this about Baltimore. My dad had messaged and like was talking about the contract details and stuff, and I said, "Here's what I don't get." It was he sent me the Hopkins thing. I'm like, "All right." So now you have an 11-year-old vet receiver, a 10-year-old vet receiver, 10-year NFL vet, 11-year NFL vet, both who are on teams that want to be the dominating. Dude, we have a printing plate. We have a printing plate. You better have your 101 in. We'll make that last. Oh, it's cold. It's freezing cold. It's about to get hot, though. I kind of want to peek at it. Cameron Dickers. I barely know hers. Cameron Dicker. Friends with Young Ho Koo. So, they, let me finish my thought here. I saw the plate. They have a 10-year, 11-year vet, both who like to be dominant receivers of the ball, who need that attention. They're getting near the end of the career. They want that attention, and they just went to a team, there's Patrick Mahomes Supernatural, with a quarterback who generally and genuinely likes to run the ball. I don't think it's a bad thing. It works for him, Isaac Pacheco, but that just doesn't seem like it's going to work out well. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. So we are going to have, if that plate is a 101 autograph, which I do believe it is, we are going to have 6 autos again. Every single box except one in this case has had multiple extra autographs.
The Seattle Seahawks select Devin Witherspoon, quarterback, Illinois.
Devin Witherspoon. Travis Kelce, douche. Jalen Hurts, Nico Collins. Uh-oh, I see who it is. I don't know if it's an autograph, though. With pick number 2 and number 3, the Houston Texans select. Dude, it's an on-card silver ticket. It's not a 101. But it is one of those metal silver tickets, kind of like Elements does. Pretty cool. 13 of 49. Pretty cool. Houston Texans. Texans going out to Matt Mazars. Who did he get? What's his name? They got a corner. Gonna go back to that power defense. Thank you, Dylan. I figured you were good, buddy. You were in yesterday. So we got 6 autos again. This case is one of those cases that's just hot. If we are able to go back through and show all the hits out of this case, I mean, every box but one has had 6 autographs. Even the one that didn't had crazy autographs, and it was like 3 numbered autographs and a Derek Carr numbered autograph. Oops. Yeah, Pacheco. Witherspoon, cornerback. Is there anything you guys would like to see me post tonight? I would like to stay up and break. Again, we don't have to. I was thinking even like a one boxer, divisions, or I can throw a cheap mix together. I could do like a 2-box, like a playbook and Contenders Optic. I could throw up a bigger one, but I don't know if we'll fill it this late. I was gonna say I could throw up this mix with a playbook in. It would get a little pricey. Probably like, man, I want to say like 34 a spot, around there. Oh, our autographs right here already. Jamison Williams, Eazy-E, DJ Moore, Alvin Kamara, and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Calvin Austin. A 2-boxer? Do you want to do like Contenders? Oh, what if I do like the 21-22 Contenders Optic? It won't be a long break, but it would be a nice 2-year one. Malik Willis. They did not pick a quarterback yet. Maybe they roll with him. Mark Andrews, Devontae Adams, and Austin Eckler throwback. (21-22). I'm going to sleeve all the acetate cards. So our Bowman case was actually, like looking back on it, it's actually really cool. I like player breaks for like you guys on a product like that. There's no real other way to do it. And it gives everyone a shot at like a couple decent names. But as a break, it's like, it's hard because it's kind of all over the place. It's hard to get you guys like keep who gets what. There's a Kenneth Walker, Kelsey, Austin Eckler, and then Calvin Austin Gold and George Pickens. That's the gold Calvin Austin. He was also the autograph. What was his... I didn't hear his name in our projections from earlier today. What was his name? You said Witherspoon? I didn't see him. Let's see. Breesy. I didn't even see him in the first round mocks. But I could have just missed him. Was he in the mocks? Oh, McDonald, Banks. There's Jones, Wright, Bijan, Mayer, Smith, Richardson. Yeah, Witherspoon was projected 10th to the Eagles, so it wasn't really a reach. I mean, you got to go get the guy you want, right? Like, you're not sure if he's going to be there at 10. Like, so now, like, that was the projection for the Eagles at 10 on what we looked at earlier. Bailey Zappi, Tyron Davis-Price, Aaron for the Packers, Debo, and Brian Robinson Jr. out of 175 purple. Man, you ain't kidding, dude. Oh, and I'm sure he was even higher on some mocks. Third from worst at Rundy, and you went corner. Yeah, that's interesting. Could that mean that maybe the linebackers don't have to fall back into coverage as much? Like they can get more pressure from their like more pressure from their linebacker instead of having them drop so much into coverage? Like, is that something that you think can happen when you have better corners and stuff? All right, here we go. Devonta Smith for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles going out to Rich Martinez. Up and coming. Here we go, Tummy Sticks. This is going to be a 10 out of 25. Travis Etienne. Well, let's hope they have a plan. Listen, so Scott, I'm nervous about our pick because McDermott is taking over defensive play calling. So I know we're going to go defense. And it's not that we can't use a defensive player in the first round, especially at pick 27. There's a Drake London, but it's like it's never a fun, pretty pick, at that late. I don't know. I'm just nervous about it. Dude, 34 out of 35 perennial contenders for the Minnesota Vikings. That's our second Kirk Cousins this month. There we go. Josh, have you heard rumors? Is that who you got, Caden? You got to be a Rams fan now. That's the rule. Josh, did you hear rumors that they were talking about maybe a trade to him to the Niners? And then Easy-E for the Dolphins is going to be our on-card. So not a bad box. We got the rookie on-card and a Cousins. Miami Dolphins going out to Ludwig. There you go. His autograph is so cool. I mean, and it looks great. That looks awesome on card. Here we go. Some more to protect. Some Murray protection there. Can I update the picks? Yeah, we can do that. I'll stay live and I'll update them. Hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute, and then we'll recap. Who was it? One was the Texans. No, Panthers with Young, right? Two was the Texans with CJ Stroud. Three was... I gotta see what the picks are. Forget them all. Give me a minute. Let me stretch this out. Three was Texans. Will Anderson Jr. Four was Colts. Anthony Richardson. Five was Hawks. Devin Witherspoon, cornerback. Six goes to the Cardinals. Did you post it? I probably should check on that. What's this dude's name? Paris Johnson, offensive tackle. That's a good move. All right, there we go, guys. We're on 6, and then I'll keep updating that as we go. All right, we're gonna stay live. I'm gonna do a recap here. We'll give out 2 $5 hitless credits. We'll stay live and hang out. What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to post a 21-22 Contenders Optic, or would you prefer... Let's do that. We'll just stay live and do that. Give me a minute to do that, though. Pacheco, Rookie of the Year. Drake London, Rookie Ticket. Up-and-coming ETN, that's out of 25. Devontae Smith for the Eagles. Bailey Zappi for the Pats. And we got the Brian Robinson out of 175. Calvin Austin Gold. Malik Willis. Austin Eckler. The Chargers there. Patrick Mahomes. And then for the Bucks out of 199, we had the Mike Evans numbered. Calvin Austin for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Going out to Scott. There you go, Scotty. Delarian Turner Yell for the Broncos. This case has been like this. Like a lot of no names, but then big stuff inside of it. Cameron Dicker. That's rude. That's going to go out to the Chargers. Nate Zimmerman getting that one. Kicker auto. Isaac Taylor Stewart for the Cowboys going out to Seth. We have the Nick Cross for the Colts. Big pick for them tonight. Interesting move for them. And then we had the on-card variation Tyrion Davis-Price for the 49ers going out to Jeremy Wilson. Easy E for the Miami Dolphins going out to Ludwig. And then Kirk Cousins, perennial contenders out of 35, going out to the Vikings, Andrew Stotler. And then Damian Pierce for the Houston Texans going out to Matt Maziarz. There you go. That's that metal set. Man, it's a heavy card. Too heavy card to Dan. All right. We're going to go ahead and do 2 $5 hitless credits. I'll get this cleaned up, and then we'll get a 2-year posted. Let me get this up here. Top 2 and $5 hitless credit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's going to be the Eagles and the Falcons are going to get the hitless credits. That is going to be Rich Martinez and Jason Mello side by side there with the $5. All right, I'm going to stop the recording there. Let me clean this up, get a box, get a picture. All right, guys, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit so you guys can maybe hear. Just give me a minute to kind of get organized here. And we'll see what's going on. 1 minute here.
They do drop this. But I do, you know what, Tyree Wilson, he is the wild card here. Because I'll tell you what, as far as pressure percentage this past year, he was number 2 in the country. He has some unique things. It's just, this is one of those times where I'll tell you what, Josh McDaniels has to get with his medical staff and say, hey, look, just tell me what we're dealing with here. When will he be ready? What could be the possibility of him re-injuring this and us not having it? Because we need him on the field. You're right. If you want to build it from the back, which I believe in too. Absolutely. This is a guy who you have to trust your medical staff though. They have to tell you you're good to go, turn in the car. If not, go ahead.
The Raiders need help in the defensive secondary, but it hasn't been for lack of trying. They've taken 5 defensive backs in the first round in the previous 10 years, which is tied for the most in the NFL in that stretch. Mel, it just hasn't worked out in many cases.
No, it hasn't. And here's it's a tough debate because we talk about Jalen Carter's talent, but the character concern. And this is an organization I think needs somebody that's completely clean from the process. Christian Gonzalez had 4 interceptions. He had 0 in Colorado, so he showed the ball skills this year. He can't bounce back from that subpar performance against Georgia. That a heck of a year for the Oregon Ducks. I mean, just think about it. You have Max Crosby and you have Chandler Jones, and you still finished 27th in sacks. So you know that right now.
They didn't get a lot out of Chandler, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Right. That's why pass rusher has to be in consideration here. This will be
Here's what I will say. No matter who it is, he will get booed in this city. There's very little question the fans in Kansas City will boo the newest Las Vegas Raider. Let's find out who it's going to be.
2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Tyree Wilson, defensive end, Texas Tech.
All right, so there he is, a transfer from Texas A&M. He had a huge final season, 7 sacks, 15 and a half tackles for loss, 43 pressures before breaking the foot in November. He was the Red Raiders' first team
Tyree Wilson, 7 Raiders defensive end.
And every scouting report begins with a long arm.
Yes, the long arms. You talk about 6'6", 271, and the long arms and the length. He has began his career at Texas A&M. Left Texas A&M after redshirting there, getting on the field in 2019. He had 1.5 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. Goes to Texas Tech. He had some really impressive performances. Now, the Big 12 isn't loaded with really good offensive tackles. He's beaten up on some, I call them the AOGs, right? Another occupation guys. In the NFL, that's not going to be the case. So for Tyree Wilson, that injury November 12th, non-contact. He's left defensive end on that play, and a pass rush fell to the ground in pain, broken bone in that foot. There's some things to work with. They dropped him into coverage. They moved him around. I like the talent. I'd like to see a more dominant performance week in and week out. But again, hey, if you're okay with the foot, he dropped it down here. I think this is my 16th best player on the board. So I wasn't as high on him as some were. But I'll tell you what, the talent's undeniable. Coaching for him is going to be very important.
And to me, he's the best 4-3 defensive end.
I don't know if we can do that 2021-22 Max. Now that I'm looking at the price.
He can come inside if you want him inside the tackle as a 4-eye. The versatility, the length. And when you look at the Raiders, Max Crosby had 46% of their sacks. That's the second highest rate in the NFL. They had to get a compliment. Chandler Jones wasn't living up to par. So to our point, how we improve the pass defense, we're not going to do it in the back end. We're going to do it up front and affect the quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you what, I look forward to seeing him out at the pass rush summit out in Vegas this summer. Like I tell you, he will be there. Max will have him there. And I think the thing that I like the most about him is that this is a guy who, because of how long he is, I watch this guy get reached, cut off, and still be able to just take those long arms out there and just clip the running back's legs as he's going by, and I'm going, see, that's the difference with him. He's physically so gifted that it doesn't have to be perfect. When it does become perfect, when he does develop more upper body stretch now to where he can actually use those long arms with a lot more explosiveness, if he's healthy, hey, he could be absolutely hell on wheels, man. He really could.
Yeah.
Mel, it was also nice of you to allow him to borrow your suit for the evening.
I don't think Mel can pull that off. I don't think Mel can pull that off.
Lips and conditioner right off his feet like he
All right.
was a small child. All right, there are big names.
I'm posting it.
Will the quarterback Will Levis hear his name called shortly? And how about Jalen Carter, Mel Kiper's #1 player, still on the board? The Atlanta Falcons will choose next. It's the NFL Draft on ESPN.
We're the guardians of the galaxy. All the love.
You feel romantic, sexual love.
No, I don't.
For her.
No.
I can't wait to see this.
Laughs. No! Try again. No! Has led to this.
That is sad.
You know what's sad? People on Earth die when they're like 50.
Are you about to die?
I'm not 50. On May 5th. So what should we do next? Start your summer. Something good? Something bad? With a happy ending.
Knock it off!
What?
You got issues, Quill.
Oh, come on. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Rated PG. Only Peters May 5th.
All right, here we go. I'm posting it right now. 21-22 Contenders Optic.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S23 with a Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition. The all-new Prius. Toyota. Let's go places.
What happened at Waco affected all of us.
It affected the entire country. The government refuses to take responsibility for its actions. David Koresh.
He was never going to surrender.
Somebody has to fight back.
They talk about a holy war that's coming.
You realize who we are? I think we helped create the monster we're trying to stop.
All right, we're up. I'm going to go ahead and check in on number 2, and hopefully we get another pick here soon.
We'll help get that fixed. Then your own issues.
I don't know. I can't imagine they're going to take one here.
An app to fix my oven. Yep, an app to fix your oven. That's correct.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
NFL Plus brings you the draft like never before with exclusive content.
That's what I dreamed about. It's finally time.
Plus expert analysis.
He can do it all.
And behind the scenes.
All right, I'm taking trades real quick.
Just trying to build that consistency.
NFL Plus. Get it all for $4.99 this offseason.
Welcome back to Kansas City, where the Atlanta Falcons.
Seahawks for Falcons.
They could certainly use help rushing the passer. Their 39 sacks in the last 2 seasons are 23 fewer than any other team in the National Football League. So there are plenty of pass rushers still available, despite the top 2 names, Will Anderson and Tyree Wilson, already being off the board. We'll see if the Falcons will go in that direction or in another. The commissioner making his way to the stage.
Here we go.
Tonight here in Kansas City, the defending Super Bowl champs hosting this year's NFL draft. And the commissioner enjoying a little sweet Caroline. He seems to enjoy.
What do you guys think?
Who among us does not? Roger Goodell allowing the crowd to continue with the chanting back part of this, which has become so popular in many ballparks. Here we go. Here's Roger Goodell.
For the Atlanta Falcons pick, I'm joined by Chris and Shane from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. Chris and Shane are a true testament to the power of mentorship. The NFL and its teams work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America as part of our work on social justice through our initiative Inspired Change. The Falcons are big-time supporters of the organization, and they're thrilled to have Chris and Shane making their pick. Okay, guys, take it away.
With the 8th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
What? Jason got his pick. He wanted him. That's earlier than he was projected anywhere I saw.
Spectacular. Last year, almost 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns, unanimous All-American, won the Doak Walker Award.
Wow.
60 balls in his 3 seasons, so he brings that too. He's from Tucson, Arizona, Mel, where he was the 2-time state player of the year. Lewis, it is Bijan Robinson, 8 to Atlanta.
Way earlier, right? He was like maybe a top 15 was high, top 10. Yikes.
You name it, he's got it. He's got it all. And look, Arthur Smith, the head coach, he's the kind of guy who's going to say, hey, look, I need a bell cow. I need a guy who can do it all. Look at
So Ritter's our guy, I'm assuming then, right?
2, 3. Stiff arm. Stiff arm again. Sit down. Get off of me. I mean, he can do it all. Contact balance. He's going to need this because the offensive line in Atlanta really didn't play up to par last year. But just look at this. Guys just bounce off of this young man because he's 200.
All right, I'm going to tag to go live for this next break. So give me a minute here.
Out of the backfield, as far as here, just running this halfback seam, and look at the adjust to be able to catch the ball back across his body. He's going to be asked to do it all, and then in pass protection, the number one thing that all young running backs struggle with. He's going to stand in there, sink his rear end, hit a rising blow, low to high, stick and stay, and then the big playability. Can you create plus 10-yard runs, which is what they measure running backs by? If you can hit plus 20, if you can hit home runs, then it's all a bonus. Bijan can do all that. I'm telling you, this is an Arthur Smith pick. He needed that bell cow. He's used to having one. Now he's got one.
He wore the number 5 because his football idol was Reggie Bush. We'll talk more about him in a moment, but first, I'm Joe Shefty has more breaking news. Shefty.
Well, Brady, the Philadelphia Eagles have moved up to number 9 here.
Yo!
Again, we look at the board. Jalen Carter is the number
Taking a quarterback.
on Mel's board. And if we go back to where he played at college, he played with the Eagles picks last year. Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean. Eagles have done a lot of work on him. This is later than people thought Jalen Carter would go. We'll see.
Hey guys, before I even tag for this, I got to update the list. I realized I think Chris is playing basketball or something.
Carolina. They traded up to get to number 1, and so it was the Bears, and now the move here to Philadelphia.
And we talked about when he had the leadership, who was there? Jordan Davis. Who does Jordan Davis play for now, Green? Is that being Jalen Carter? The Philadelphia Eagles. So how ironic would it be if the Eagles go back and try to recreate the tandem that was at Georgia, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, Mel?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to Atlanta. This Bijan Robinson thing, I'm not going to let that go. This is a running back in the first round, guys. Like the heck of Philly. Hey, this is a running back. Tyler Algier, BYU running back, had a really nice year running the football for Atlanta. They drafted Kyle Pitts. They drafted Drake London. Algier,
I'm just updating the list for the 21-22 break. And then as soon as I do that, I'm going to tag up for round 2. And we're going to go live. It's already on the screen there, but we got to tag for that yet.
Christian Gonzalez, cornerback Oregon, sitting there for a secondary that could have used him.
But you know, with Atlanta, nobody ran the football in the National Football League more than Atlanta. So, yeah, Algiers had a good season. But when you can get a back like Bijan Robinson, who I think is a combination between Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey, because Steve Sarkisian said he was the best receiver on the team, I think that's too much to pass up.
You know what? Look, I think we forget just how look, Saquon was like one-of-one type of talent. Like Adrian Peterson, those type of guys.
Yeah, but he didn't pan out. Like, not yet. Maybe he does.
Okay. I'm one of these guys who now believes, look, there's just too much evidence that suggests that in the top of the second, late first, you can get running backs who are going to be Pro Bowlers, who are going to be MVP candidates. Look, Arthur Smith had one in Derrick Henry, who was a second rounder down in Tennessee, so he knows. But I'll tell you what, moving forward to this pick here with Philadelphia, you think about the veteran presence they have on the defensive line, it would be perfect to absorb a guy like Jalen Carter. Fletcher Cox. Remember that name, too.
Guy Subway's taking us down to the stage, and Susie, who's with Bijan. Susie.
Another childhood dream comes through. How does this all tie back to your granddad, Cleo?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, I just want to say give honor to God for blessing me to be here with everybody and giving me the gift to be out here.
We're almost halfway through that 21-22 already. All right, now I can tag and go live for this.
It's so incredible, so amazing, but can't wait to celebrate it with him and see what he says.
You've already been doing community work in Austin. What should the Atlanta community know about what they're getting in Bijan Robinson?
Oh, I mean, they're just getting such a positive guy, that obviously loves football, but wants to help the city, just grow even more than it already is. And, for me, my heart is out there for everybody, and, I'm going to bring my faith and my positivity, my happiness and smile to every kid, every teenager, every adult, everybody out there. So, I hope they accept me for me, and it's going to be a great time.
Welcome to the NFL.
Thank you.
Susie, thank you. Lewis.
Yeah, look, you're just talking about Philadelphia and them being on the clock right now, and we're having this discussion about Jalen Carter. I mean, just think of some of the other names. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. I mean, Hassan Reddick. These guys are all pros. When you talk about strong personalities, they will absolutely take a young player and say, hey, look, this is how we do it. We were a couple snaps away from winning the Super Bowl. No one's going to wreck what we got going on here. It would be perfect. It'd be perfect.
The Bears move back one spot here, and as you see, they pick up a 4th-round pick.
So they get a 4th-round pick. Probably don't lose the guy they're looking to get.
Moving up one place, maybe believing someone else was going to come up and take a player that they were interested in. Again, a lot of signals here maybe pointing towards Jalen Carter, who is Mel Kiper's #1 player on his big board. Mel, that does seem the direction that it might make sense here, but we've not yet heard anything official.
Yeah, Eagles tend to want to invest in the trenches in these first-round picks. I thought it'd be interesting if Bijan was there, would they take him? Peter Skoronski, offensive lineman out of Northwestern, is the kind of guy they need in life.
I'm tagging for round 2 right now, just so you guys know. Here we go.
Chicago Bears have traded the 9th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 9th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia.
So there it is. The football part of his story is easy. 6 sacks, 103 tackles, caught a touchdown, 3 sensations.
There it is, working on that D.
Former 5-star recruit out of Apopka, Florida. But as we discussed earlier at great length, the complicated part of the story, pleading no contest to charges of reckless driving and racing stemming from an incident in which 2 people were killed. So this was, in its own way, the most difficult decision of this draft. Let's go to Shefty and Chris Mortensen for the insight into how it was made. Guys?
Yeah, I can tell you here, Greeny, the Philadelphia Eagles went back and forth on this pick. And Drew Rosenhaus, the agent, called Howie Roseman today to begin to try to work and put Jalen Carter on the phone with the Eagles to try to convince them to take him. I think early in this process, the Eagles were not thinking of Jalen Carter. When the board fell the way it did, he was the one player there that they loved, and they decided to move up 1 slot to try to take him.
But it was a tough discussion for a lot of teams. I know at least 3 teams picking in front of the Eagles that took him off the draft board, Greeny.
All right, Mel, he was the #1 player on your board.
Yeah, great player for 2 years in a row. And I think what impressed me this year in terms of his football ability, he had the ankle injury against Oregon, first game of the season, right? So he's out. Sprained MCL against Missouri October 1st. Comes back from that against Florida October 29th. Finished out the season and helped his football team, his Georgia defense, this overall team, win their 2nd straight national title when, hey, Jackson Smith and Jig got a hamstring, didn't play. Jalen Carter came back and played. And
All right, I gotta go get grab the mix for this. Sorry, so much going on here, guys.
Again, Jalen Carter was in the backfield a lot. Credit with 32 tackles. I'll tell you what, 6'3", 215 pounds, 315 pounds. A guy who is tough to block. The interior pressure he gets on a consistent basis wreaks havoc, and it really affects quarterbacks. Jalen Carter didn't have any issues. He's in the mix to be the 1st, 2nd, 3rd pick overall guaranteed. The character concerns obviously pushed him down the draft board to a point where the Eagles will invest in the trenches on a regular basis and have the strong locker room leadership to make it happen with Jalen Carter.
You know, when I studied this player, to me,
All right, get your 101 guesses in. We'll start them right here. Jeremy Wilson and Scott, the first one.
Warren Sapp, and he's a Hall of Famer. You see the emotion on the young man's face. It means something to him. So whatever happened off the field, let's hope the organization feels. We talked about the structure. They can take care of this young man because he's got that type of potential. He can play with power. He can play with speed. He dominated when he wanted to. The key is National Football League. You got to be able to do it snap in and snap out. He's about 15 pounds too heavy. He's got to get in better shape. If he shows up like the Jalen Carter when Jordan Davis was at Georgia, the guy that was the alpha, the guy that led the room, the guy that is now in Philadelphia, they pair those 2 back together. Can he be that dominant player? It'll be outstanding.
All right, Subway is taking us back down to the stage. Susie is with Jalen Carter. Susie.
Jalen, you're arguably the most talented player on the best team in the country, but this process...
You guys ready? I love this night. Sorry, I was trying to stay focused there. Matter of fact, I should update. Dude, I got such a stomach ache tonight too. Man, I get a lot more done when I'm not drinking. What? Who's is that? Our is that our president? Sorry, I broke my rule. But that's just funny. That's just humor because I see it on. It's not. I think everyone can laugh at that, but I shouldn't have said that. That was not directed. Sorry, I broke my rule. If I could mute myself for 3 minutes, I would. That was wrong. I apologize. I'm a hypocrite. I shouldn't have said that. And I'm even sober.
This guy, I'm telling you, it's like a man playing with...
Oh, I'm good. I'm doing it right now. I'm letting people come in because I just tagged.
I mean, just look at that forearm sitting right there. I mean, he's going against offensive linemen now who are 3'10", 315, and he's just throwing them around.
Nope, we're good right now. We're not going anywhere afterwards anyhow. So there's let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spots left.
And getting pressure on the quarterback. But I'll tell you what, between him and Jordan Davis now in Philadelphia, when you think of that combination, I can tell you this, Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox, the veterans along that defensive line, will get this young man ready to go.
Here we go. What are you setting up for, Scotty? A bong rep? It does not, Greg. I'm sorry. Although I'd be giving out credits quite a bit. You want a Bijan? I thought you guys were going to get Derrick Henry, Greg. Greg, I got to ask. I know you live in Canada. How did you become an Eagles fan? I may have asked you that before, but I don't remember. Good luck to everyone in round 2. Should be the correct list. I did switch the Hawks pick. I think I may have not put... Oh, yeah, I did. So the Bears pick is in. Scott, you just got to learn to be better without, like, while you're doing that. Ah, the Hawks on the trade. Tyreek Smith going to the Seattle Seahawks. Every box but one has had 6 autographs in this. Here we go.
The Chicago Bears select Darnell Wright, offensive tackle, Tennessee.
Is that not who they wanted?
Second tackle of our night goes off the board. A unanimous first-team All-SEC player, finishing up a terrific career in which
Is that who Chris said they were going to take earlier?
27 games at right tackle, 13 at left, 2 at right guard. In all, he played over 2,700 snaps in his 4 years. Lewis, great size and power, originally a 5-star recruit out of Huntington, West Virginia.
Look, I believe that this young man, when it's all said and done, has the ability to be the best player in this draft.
Wow, that's a bold statement. I briefly remember asking you before, Greg, but it was I remember they do not seem happy with that pick. Eddie George, Ray Lewis, Waddle, Cooks, Fournette, Robinson, Allen, Bobby Wagner. I'll tell you what, some of these autos have been strange, but we have always pulled. This case has been crazy for good autos. And Kenneth Walker, let's hope it stands true. Terrell Bernard going out to the Buffalo Bills. Jeremy Wilson. We've had like 3 like no names, and then we get extra. But one of them's an extra every time we've pulled them, and then we've been getting some crazy autos with it. Terrell Davis, Pitts, Adams, Garrett, Lance, and Nico Collins. We'll have a dice roll here with Olive and London. Now, you guys, obviously, you guys sound like the last draft pick. You guys can see at the top, the current picks are updated. Aaron Rodgers, Najee, there's a Dak, the longest tenured quarterback in the league. Mac Jones, Matt Ryan, and Kyler Murray. Tua and Tyreek, Aaron Jones, Heineke. Uh-oh. Is this going to be the box we don't get 6 autos in? Nah, we're all right. So listen, the 21-22 Contenders Optic is up. I have it way, way below what it really could be, but I was able to do it for that price. So if you want to hop in, it's only $25 a spot. I hate that the draft is in Kansas City too. Wonder what happens when the Bills get up there. I don't think Kansas City likes us very much. That's okay. We don't like them very much. You're welcome, Doug. I didn't want to use any names, but I was like, we're not going to charge $32 on the spot where it could be. We'll just keep it at $25. When I can do it, I can do it. You know, I try to. And it's draft night. It's fun to throw that in. DeAndre Hopkins, he's no longer... Well, I don't know if that deal's finalized yet. Last one was Mike Evans. This is a Hopkins. He's going to be a Raven along with Odell Beckham. Listen, I think Lamar landed where he wanted. Like, they compromised. He got $155 million guaranteed. He wanted $250 million guaranteed. It was not going to happen. For the Giants, Chris Anderson, an on-card wide receiver. He likes to sign his position and his initials. Wandale Robinson. You like it, Zach? Good, man. The Bears fans in the audience didn't seem to like it a whole lot. There's a Mahomes winning ticket. I'm hoping we have another good auto in here, although it's a variation on card. How about a Kyler Gordon for the Bears? That's going to go out to Chicago, Greg Barker. What up, CT? You like the Bears pick there?
Means you're gonna need more time.
Is that who we talked earlier? Aiden Hutchinson. Load that bad boy. We got DK, Stafford, Lamar, Michael Thomas. We got a Herbert, Jamar Chase, Bateman, Kamara, Montgomery, Tua, and Lewis Sign. Are we going to have our second out of 7 boxes that only have 5 autos, which is what they call for 5. But we have been getting so many extras, we're getting spoiled. And in years past, there were boxes we had 3. I had a box before that had 2 in it. I think 2 in points. Christian Kirk, Hurts, Judy, Wilson. There's a Mahomes. Are they going to sneak in a 6? They didn't. Oh, man. Hey, we can take it, though. Herbert. So, again, it still got all 5 of our autographs. It was a variation for our on-card, Wan'Dale Robinson. Let's hope these mixes aren't cooling off, because these mixes have been absolute fire. Oh, I'm not. I didn't even open them yet. Chris, it's been that kind of day. I got to go get one. You guys got to see these. Should we give one out tonight, Chris?
Welcome back to Kansas City, where the Tennessee Titans are about to announce the 11th pick in this year's draft, the highest that they've drafted since 2017. They were the only team in the NFL that didn't score 30 points in any game last year, so clearly they need help on the offensive side. They have the aging quarterback in Ryan Tannehill. They have the young quarterback whom they drafted last year. Not quite clear whether or not he is the future there.
Chris, were you playing basketball, buddy? All right, so real quick in between boxes here. Chris, I didn't even open this up. What's this? Wait, was this the mug for the other one, or did I? Dude, that's sick. Is this one for my dad? The Bills Mafia mug. Is that, I forget, is that for me? Is this the one you did for my dad since he didn't like the feeling of the other one? Right? Dude, he'll love that. I think that's the one for my dad, right? So look at this. What the heck is that? Look at these shorts. Chris made these. We're going to have a Fat Man contest. They're like, what? They're only XL. That's my size. They say Blazing Breaks on the crotch, but we're going to give them out. Chris, they're not that big. That's why I'm not drinking, because I can fit in those. We got Blazing Breaks right on the crotch, man. Love it. And he made this for the National. It has all of our... has the Blazing Breaks logo. And then on the back, it has QR codes for all of our social media stuff. And then, of course, got to get the Blitz logo up. Here we go, next pick. The Blitz, Josh Allen. Who? Peter Skoronski. They were possibly going to take a quarterback, and they didn't. I have Toten. Sorry, I'm typing and turning around. Peter Skoronski. He's a guard. I cannot believe Levi's was projected to go 1, maybe 2 there for a while, and he's still on the board. So Chris sent us some of these. We'll give one out at the end of this for the draft night breaks. We'll also give one away for the first one. But he's got these ones. It's got our QR codes on there. It says Blazing Breaks on them. Pretty cool. And then, oh, is this that one that kind of got messed up on the back? I see what you're saying about it. That's all right. We can still use it. I can use it to open my cases, Chris. Thanks for sending those. And then, of course, these ones are the legit ones. These ones are awesome. I'm going to use a box cutter to open box cutters. That's what's up. These are awesome, Chris. I know you spent a lot of time on these, but they are very cool. Let's use it, baby! Woo! I like that. That's awesome, man. All right, we'll give one away at the end of this break, and then we'll give one away for the last break as well. We'll do them both at the end of the random after the $2 hit list credits. Ooh, they are sharp. I got to cut this next box nice for Josh. Yeah, they said a tackle. They said, I think someone said McGinn's calling me. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, he's at the... Let me pull back. There he is at the draft party.
Are you live right now?
Yeah, we're live. What's up?
Oh, I just called coming out the locker room. Coming out the Bears locker room, heading out the tunnel to the field.
Nice. What do you think of the pick?
What's that?
What do you think of the pick?
It was either going to be him or Skoronski, because once they traded with Philly, already Philly wanted Carter bad. That works out for us.
It sounded like the fans were booing the pick.
Here we go. Out on the field here. This place is crazy. When's the last time you got to walk on your field like this?
That's never. I've always wanted to. It's a dream of mine, dude. I've never got to do that.
Shit, this is awesome here.
Have you been on the...
over here signing right now.
Have you...
Someone's over here signing the corner. It might be... It looks like... Oh, yeah. Kicking field goals. I'm just going to walk across the fucker anyway.
That is so cool they're doing that.
Yeah, let's see. Who we got over here? Braxton Jones. And...
Is Kyler Gordon there? We just pulled him.
Chris Zorich. I couldn't hear. What was the last one?
No, hey, is this your first time on the field there?
And I was out here in 2017, exactly 6 years ago today.
Oh, that's right. You sent those pictures.
That was my first Bears draft party. That was when I was in the locker room when they drafted Trubisky. That was just in the family room connected to the locker room when they drafted right there. So there's all these people out here waiting in line to get these autographs. They got both end zones. They're kicking field goals.
That's freaking.
I mean, there's all sorts of shit going on. Got an Otis Wilson autograph, 85 Bears.
I'm surprised it's not more crowded. I'm surprised there's not more people there. No, hey, I'm going to let you go just because we're breaking, but thank you so much for calling, dude.
Yeah, not a problem. Sorry about that.
No, you're good, and enjoy yourself. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, not a problem.
See you, buddy. Dude, that was awesome. I told him to post live, but man, that was even better. Dude, does anyone else, do they know? It's the Bears. That's why there's not more people there. Do the Bears, does anyone else know if their stadium does that? I've never heard of the Bills doing anything like that. That's crazy. Tyquan Thornton, David Bell, CeeDee Lamb, TJ Watt, and how about a Trey McBride out of 99? I missed the pick. Did I just hear Jahmyr Gibbs went to, who was it? He's the running back that was like, there was a bunch of teams project. Detroit? Was that who it was? The Lions? That's interesting. That's an interesting pick. The Cowboys do that too on the field. That's awesome, man. I have to ask him what that cost. We got Mechie, Brian Robinson, Joe Burrow, Saquon Barkley, and the rookies, Treylon Burks, 4 out of 25 for the Titans. There you go, David. David, what'd you think of your Eagles pick tonight? Oh, no, you're a Saints, but you're a Phillies fan. I still don't understand how that happens. Saints for football, right? But Phillies for baseball? I have a buddy that's a diehard Eagles fan, but he's also a massive Braves fan. So it's similar. I think Gibbs is. I don't get it for the Lions, honestly, but hey, teach their own. Jermaine Johnson, there's an Olave, Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, and a CeeDee Lamb throwback going out to them boys. Yeah, there was a lot of people that projected the Cowboys to take Gibbs, for sure. So Boston, but not the Red Sox. It's free and they do player signings, dude. That's what's up, man. I'm hoping. Like, I already saw the mock-ups for the Bills stadium, and they already had the fans push back so far, like so many of these new stadiums do. Then we got Jordan Davis for the Eagles. There's a Matt Corral, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, and look at that, Desmond Ridder for the Falcons. They got themselves a new running back, Atlanta Falcons Ricky. That is the trophy collection or whatever you want to call it, the rookie emblem parallel. Very nice. All right, I'll update this draft before we open the final box. Dude, they're promoting the XFL in the draft. Interesting. All right, let me update this. $12 Lions. I don't know if I spelled that right, but I just wanted to get it up on the board. Oh, this is the one that was in the Aaron Rodgers trade. All right, here we go. Final box. Again, we're going to stay live after the break. We're going to give away 2 of these box cutters. Let's go ahead and open this nicely. Josh Long would like a box of this for his collection, so since it's got Niners on it. All right, let me label that up for him so I don't forget. That was the pick the Bills were projected to possibly take. Lucas Van Ness. There he is for the Packers. I'm sure Rodgers is just laughing. He's so happy he's out of there. Geno Smith, still the quarterback for the Seahawks as of now. And John Mechie is going to be for the Houston Texans. Well, David, isn't that essentially how soccer works? Like, the clubs that, like, move down, they go into the different... I mean, I've heard that idea for a while. Since, like, the XFL years ago, they talked about that. Malik Willis for the Titans there. David, you're doing well, man. Doing all right. And another Wandale. You got the variation, and now you got the out of 175 going out to the Giants. Chris Anderson. There you go, Chris. Yeah, I figured they might go quarterback there, Scott. Ed Ingram for the Minnesota Vikings going out to Jeff Guffey. We better have a good one here, or this is going to be our one-off for this mix. Oh, shit. It's a Nebula. Our second of the case. It's going to go out to the New Jersey Jets. 2 out of 2 Nebula. There you go. Christine for the Jets. Boom, baby. Nebula 2 out of 2. Nice. That's what the James Cook we pulled will look like if it ever gets redeemed. All right, guys. We're going to do and gals, we're going to do a recap here. We're going to give away a box cutter. All right, you can pick whether you want one of these, which I'm sure you're going to pick, or one of these. I'll let you choose for draft night. All right, and yeah, compliments of these are truly compliments of Chris. He spent a lot of time on them. Thank you, Chris, for doing that. I mean, he spent a lot of time on those box cutters. So, and they were a gift from Chris. Thank you, Chris, so much. Appreciate that. So we got Malik Willis for the Titans. Oh, they moved up. The Steelers, how many picks did they move up? All right, so we got the Tennessee Titans. It's Malik Willis, Mechie. We had the Matt Corral, Desmond Ritter, Olive, CeeDee Lamb, McBride out of 99, Hutchinson, and Hopkins out of 199. Also, yeah, we can Dakota. The Wan'Dale Robinson out of 175. And then for our autographs, we had... Oh, let's roll the dice for this real quick. 1, 2, 3 to the top, 4, 5, 6 to the bottom. It's a 6. It's going to go to the bottom. Sorry, I dropped that right before I roll it there. All right, we had the Ed Ingram for the Minnesota Vikings. Ed Ingram for the Minnesota Vikings going out to Jeff Guffey. Kyler Gordon going out to the Chicago Bears. How many spots left in that 21-22 mixer? We're not going anywhere. We're staying live. Terrell Bernard for the Buffalo Bills going out to Jeremy. We had the sign for the Minnesota Vikings. Guys, this is a great opportunity to remind you guys that you can get your videos in the night. Take a picture you watch or a video watching you do the draft. Do it on that link. Tyreek Smith for the Seattle Seahawks going out to Israel. We might be going offline here if we were that short. I thought we were a little closer. Tennessee Titans, David P. We got the Wan'Dale Robinson for the New York Giants, Chris Anderson. And to close it out, the Nebula Breece Hall going out to the New Jersey Jets, Christine, with the 2 of 2. All right, you sent one on here. I'll take a look. Post it on that thing, man. Post that on our link page there.
EAGLES.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I like it, dude. You got to post that on the thread there. All right, picket protection.
Not too many offensive tackles could have chosen basketball, but this young man could have dominated in both sports in high school. Alabama offered him when he was in 9th grade, Booker, so he's been on the radar a long time. Ultimately chose to stay at home at Georgia and helped win 2 national championships.
No doubt, Greeny. You talk about the basketball background. He moves like a basketball player. 6'5", 311 pounds. And one indicator with an offensive tackle may or may not be...
You guys are going to have to forgive any spelling errors or things like that on the bar up top. He spelled Eagles wrong. All right. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and do 2 $5 hitless credits, and then we'll give away a box cutter, and then we'll also go back and do one for round 1. All right, Chris, let me random this up, and then we'll do that. I'll do that for you. Top 2 and $5 hitless credit. Good luck, y'all. Final round is the Broncos and the Niners. That is going to be Richard Myler and is that Upchurch? Constellations of Greatness. That's funny. He hit that. For those of you who didn't hear, not only was the insert that we pulled Upchurch a 1 in 480 packs, he also hit the 101, which is the only parallel of it. There's no like out of 5 or out of 10. It is a 1 in 480 pack insert, and there's one of one of that. So it's super rare. And he got of what's projected to be the first wide receiver. Houston Texans, Rich Martinez, you get a box cutter there. You want a blue or a white one? I'm going to go back and do a round 1 box cutter as well. Yeah, man, that blue is pretty cool. There we go. Have to be at least a 5. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the Chiefs and... Oh, the Chiefs just getting one. That's going to be Dylan Weagle is going to get one. Dylan, are you in here? If you are, let me know blue or white. If not, I pick one out for you. All right, let me go ahead and switch back here. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to check on this break. 9 spots left. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go offline for a little bit. Maybe we'll post a mini. I'm going to get cleaned up here, get situated. I'll continue to update this stream thing here. Chris, I'll go do that right now. Unless... All right, Chris Taylor, house spot 20. I did that. Is that good? 20? All right, 8 left. I'm going to go get a little pick-me-up in me. Ah! Wait for the Bills. I got to stay. I've been going to bed early, man. This is tough. I'm getting old. I'll be back.